Welcome, Taurus, to your weekly reading. This is for the 29th of December to the 5th of January. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Taurus, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We'll then move on to your possible challenges. Thirdly, we will take a look at messages and advice from Spirit. We'll then move on to your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Taurus, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start off over here with 9 of Swords and Ace of Wands, and we're looking at the possible energy beginning the week. Taurus, this is incredibly positive because what I'm seeing here is that there might be one area that is still causing you some worry or concern as we move into the new year. You know, it's that one area you just can't seem to find a solution to. And what I see happening just as we move over from one year to the next, my dear Taurus, you are going to be struck by a brilliant idea. This brilliant idea could come from within you, and I do feel most of you, it'll come through that way, especially with Ace of Wands coming through here. It could also be triggered by something happening outside of you. You know, sometimes somebody just says something to us, Taurus, and it just hits home. And you go, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I should do in order to get myself out of this situation that's causing me so much stress and anxiety. You could read something, you could see something, but something is happening, my dearest Taurus, that ignites this divine brilliance within you, that you will know this week exactly what to do in terms of handling a situation that is still causing you some kind of disruption. And Taurus, please know one thing, however you handle it, whether you confront it head on, whether you send the person concerned a voice message or a text message or an email, whatever you decide to do will be right. And we do see that you are going to be able to find a way out, release this 9 of Swords, and this is at the beginning of the week. So for most of you, by the time we move into the new year, I do feel 9 of Wands is going to be slipping quickly into your past. It will stay in 2025. Right, let's move on now and see what your possible challenges are. And we have 5 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles. Now, Taurus, what I see here is that you have been working incredibly hard in some kind of group environment. Now, this 5 of Wands energy could be either working together with this group to achieve something or to get something going, or, my dear Taurus, for some of you, this could be you working incredibly hard in order to connect or fit in or have this sense of belonging in a certain group. So what this could be, for example, is say 3 of Pentacles is your family, and your family have been looking to move for the longest time. But you all have your preferences and you all have your loves and your pet peeves. And it's taken a considerable amount of time for you to find that perfect home that you all love. But this week, we see the breakthrough. We see the possibility of you and your family walking into a particular home and all of you just turn around to each other and say, "This is the one." Three of Pentacles could be, as I mentioned previously, a group environment that you have been working really hard at in terms of connecting with these people. So, for example, Taurus, say Three of Pentacles is your yoga school and you really love the yoga school, but you haven't gelled really with the people there. All you really do is walk in and say, "Hi, how are you?" to a few people, but there's been no real bonding happening. And you've really done your utmost in terms of trying to initiate conversation, trying to perhaps even ask people if they'd like to go out for coffee after the lesson, and nothing much has happened. This week, my dear Taurus, you get your breakthrough. Either you just find people are far more friendly and open to you, and they are the ones who are initiating conversation and making suggestions to get together after the class, or Taurus, you will just find a complete shift in energy, whereas before you felt as though you were trying so hard to be part of the group. Now this week it's like something has clicked in and you're seen as a constant member, somebody they know is always going to be around, and they greet you and include you, whereas before it was a little bit standoffish. Whatever it is, there's a wonderful breakthrough coming in some kind of group environment. Let's move on now and see what Spirit would like to share with you. And we have Four of Pentacles and Six of Cups. Now, Taurus, Spirit has quite a big message for you, and it's more to do with your life in general than this particular week. Spirit is asking you, my dear Taurus, not to sell yourself short, not to believe in yourself so that you settle for second best. Spirit just wants some of you to know, Taurus, that due to past experiences, your upbringing, it could be a belief you have about yourself, you might sell yourself short and not stand your ground in believing, "I deserve a better job than this. I deserve a better significant other," rather than just accepting somebody for the sake of having a significant other. Someone who doesn't really understand you, appreciate you, or see you. Same with the job. Sometimes Taurus Spirit feels you just say yes to anything because you don't believe you can get what is due to you. They want you now to try and work on leaving behind this energy of, "This is the best I'll ever do, so I'm just going to accept it." They want you to know that you are perfect just the way you are. You have everything within you to leave behind people, situations, and places that are not right for you, and to place yourself into situations and relationships where you are seen and appreciated for exactly who you are. So the big message here is, don't sell yourself short, my dear Taurus. Recognize where it's coming from and make a conscious effort and decision to change it and to place yourself where you are seen for the true, beautiful soul that you are. Let's move on now and see what your unexpected blessing is this week. And we have Judgment and the Ten of Pentacles. Now, this is beautiful, Taurus, because it's very connected in a way to Spirit's big message. What we are seeing here in our Judgment card is that this week you are going to honor you. You're going to recognize who you are, what you have to offer, and you're not going to allow yourself to sell yourself short and settle for less in any circumstances. And we are being told so beautifully, my dear Taurus, that it might just sound like a very small and subtle shift, but actually it's huge. Just by you saying, no, I deserve more. No, I am incredible. I know what I've got to offer. I might not be 100% perfect, but then again, who is? I will not compromise my dreams any longer. What you do, Taurus, is you automatically move yourself into a much higher vibration. And in this high vibration, we see you now resonating with 10 of Pentacles, which has everything to do with what prosperity and abundance means to you on the physical realm. This could be abundance in your money, your career, your finances. This could be being abundant in love, in romantic love, in friendship love, in family love. This could be abundance in health, in spirituality. All you need to do is say, I know what I'm worth. I know my value. And my dear Taurus, the gateways of prosperity open, and you will be amazed how the new year now is going to play out for you. Let's move on now and see the possible energy ending the week. And we have the Lovers and death and rebirth. Now, Taurus, this is a very exciting message, because what I'm seeing here is that where you might have experienced an ending in a relationship in 2025, which could have been the ending of a friendship, the ending of a relationship with your boss because you left the company, this could be the ending of a romantic relationship, you are being told very beautifully and very clearly, Taurus, that at the beginning of this year, there is great possibility you are going to meet somebody new in that particular relationship. A new friend, a new boss, a new romantic partner, wherever it resonates with you. And this is going to be somebody that you connect to in a very unique and special way. This is going to be somebody that you can establish a really wonderfully deep and lasting relationship with. What a positive way to walk into the new year. Let's move on now and get your oracle card message for this week. And you have number 54, Skunk Spirit, know your worth. Taurus, the skunk is your spirit animal this week, so wherever the skunk comes through for you, this is a blessed sign. And your message, know your worth, is very connected to what we have just seen and spoken about. When you realize, my dear Taurus, who you are, what you stand for, and what is due to you, when you realize that when you say no to anything that doesn't work for you, that pulls you down or suppresses you and dims your light in some way, and you stand in your Taurus power and truth, this, my dear Taurus, opens the gateways of what is due to you. And all you now need to do is move into that energy of alignment, and you will be amazed at the different doors, possibilities, and opportunities that open for you. Before we close, I just want to say thank you, truly, from my heart. Your love, your support, your kind messages, and the beautiful energy you bring to this space mean more to me than I can ever fully express. You are the reason this channel exists, and I am so deeply grateful. As we step into 2026, may this year meet you with open doors, gentle healing, and moments of joy that remind you just how supported you truly are. May you trust yourself more deeply, follow what lights you up, and allow good things to arrive in ways that surprise and delight you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your beautiful energy. And thank you for sharing this space with me. I am wishing you a new year filled with peace, abundance, love, and powerful beginnings. That's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.